Next one is something called as jagged array. Okay, so we'll understand what is jagged array. If you notice here, in the 2D array, every row had same number of columns. Like each row had two columns. It is not different. But in jagged array, you can have any number of columns in a row. Okay, that means first row, if I want to define something, I have three rows, let us say. If I have three rows, I'll have 0, 1, 2. First row will only have 0 and 1. That is, it will have only two columns. Let us occupy only this much. Okay, next row will have three columns. Okay, next row will have only one column. This is possible. This is called as jagged array. Means you have uneven distribution of elements. That means the columns for each row is different. Here there are two, here there is three, and here there is only one. So if I have to define this, how do I do it? Little bit you need to understand on this part. When we are going to declare a jagged array, the rows we should be knowing first. So if I take int, this will be same. A is equal to new int of, I'm going to give a row as 3 and then I do not have the column set. And for each column, now if you notice from A of 0, I have to give how many columns? Two columns. That means you have to define it like this. A of 0 is equal to new int of 2. So two columns are given. In A of 1, we have three columns. So the same thing. What will change? A of 1 will have how many columns? Three columns. Now A of 2 has only one column. So this will be int of 1, something like this. Okay, this will be the jagged array. Now, how do we get to know in each of the element how many columns do we have? We have a certain way to get it out. Let me just do one thing. Okay, I'm going to copy and paste this part. Hmm? Now, if you check here, if you give a dot length, let's see what will happen. Okay, a dot length is 3. That is, it is going to give you three rows. If I'm just removing this row and I have only two rows, let us say, then when I run this, it has to give 2, which it is doing. So a dot length references to the number of rows. Okay. Now, in each row, how many elements are there? If you want to find out that, then you can take a of 0 dot length. Now, if I want to take, if I give here a of 0 dot length, it will tell me that we have two elements. Okay. If I do the same with a of 1 dot length, it will say I have three elements. See? Then the last one should give you one element. Okay. Let us keep this thing in mind. Now I'll just comment this off. This is just for you to understand in each row how many columns are there. We can find it out by giving a of 0 dot length, a of 1 dot length, a of 2 dot length. So I'll take this one. Put it in jagged array. Okay. And here, 3 is nothing but row. So I'm going to take it as int r is equal to 3. I'm going to place this r here. Okay. So that the row will not have any difference. But C is one thing which will change for each row. Because for each row, the number of columns will change. So comma C, I'm going to keep it like this. What I will do every time I come here, C is equal to A of I, that is A of 0 or A of 1 or A of 2, whatever I value is there, that dot length. That will automatically give you what? It's Once you do this, it is going to give you the number of columns defined for that particular row. So here, when I is equal to 0, a of 0 dot length is how much? 2. C will become 2. Okay. Now we have to take one scanner line. Okay. For the rest of the case also, C should be defined here. You cannot define C outside because for every row, there is a different set of columns. So now I'll run this. Notice for first row, we have two columns. So 0, 0 and 0, 1. For second row, we have three columns. So 10, 20, 30 because 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2. Last row, we have only one element. Okay, you got it. Okay, this is about a jagged array. This whole thing, I'll just remove it off. So this will be the entire program. I'm going to keep this at the end just so that you don't get confused. Okay.